Beneath a shadowy lake lies a discovery so shocking it left scientists speechless. What could they have found in the hidden cave below? A secret that rewrites history and challenges everything we know. From ancient artifacts to traces of forgotten civilizations, this mystery will ignite your imagination. In today's video, we reveal 15 terrifying truths uncovered in the depths. What they found might just change the world. Number 15. Mysterious monoliths. In November 2020, American biologists flying over Utah's desert to monitor wild rams discovered a strange, shiny object. It was a metallic column, about 3.5 meters tall, hidden in a mountain crevice. Dubbed the monolith, it drew comparisons to the film 2001: A Space Odyssey. News of the discovery spread rapidly online, sparking global curiosity. While tracking its exact location was difficult, David Zerber eventually found it. However, by the time he arrived, the monolith had vanished, leaving only traces behind. Soon, similar structures appeared in Romania and other countries, including the United States, the Netherlands, Germany, the United Kingdom, Spain, and Colombia, all within 2 weeks. Each one disappeared mysteriously after some time. The origins of these monoliths remain unclear. Some speculated they were linked to sculptor John McCracken, known for creating similar works and frequenting New Mexico before he passed away in 2011. However, his family denied any connection. These metallic structures continue to fascinate as one of the world's great mysteries. If you thought the mysterious monoliths were bizarre, wait until you hear about an unsettling discovery in the Atacama Desert that baffled scientists for years. Number 14. Atacama Humanoid. In 2003, Oscar Munoz discovered a mysterious white bundle in the abandoned city of La Noria in Chile's Atacama Desert. Inside was a small mummy with unique physical features, including an elongated skull and 9 ribs instead of the usual 12. Its unusual appearance led to its fame as the Atacama Humanoid. Stanford University scientists analyzed the mummy to investigate its origins. DNA results confirmed the remains belonged to a human, and genetic mutations were responsible for the distinctive physical traits. It is believed a Chilean left the child wrapped in cloth in the desert about 50 years ago. The Atacama Desert's extreme dryness naturally mummified the body. While some researchers have explored alternative hypotheses, the scientific consensus aligns with the Stanford team's findings. Do you believe this discovery was just a result of genetic mutations, or could it point to something more mysterious? Comment and chat with me. The Atacama Humanoid raises questions about the past, but what if ancient civilizations were even more advanced than we imagined? The next discovery might just prove that. Number 13. Antikythera Mechanism. In 1901, near the island of Antikythera in Greece, the wreckage of an ancient ship was found, which contained many artifacts, including a strange mechanism consisting of a main body and gears. Only in 1951 did this object pique the interest of English historian Derek de Sola Price, who speculated that the mechanism was a computational device. Price set out to study the mechanism in detail. It took him more than 20 years to recreate a copy of the device and conclude that the artifact was an astronomical instrument capable of modeling the movements of the Sun, Moon, and possibly also Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. In the early 1990s, English mechanism study specialist Michael Wright confirmed Price's conclusions about the purpose of the device, and also added that the mechanism is capable of modeling the movements of Mercury and Venus. Moreover, modern technology has revealed that the device could perform arithmetic operations and account for the ellipticity of the Moon's orbit. The Antikythera mechanism astonishes with its complexity. It could even predict certain celestial events. The technology of this device is comparable to the technology of the mechanical clocks of the 14th century, even though the Antikythera mechanism itself was created in 100 BC. If a 2,000-year-old device could predict celestial events, what other astonishing feats of ancient engineering remain hidden from us? Get ready to descend into the depths of a secret underground world with a story just as fascinating. Number 12. Derinkuyu Underground City in Turkey. Imagine the surprise of a resident in Nevşehir Province, Turkey, when he discovered a hidden room during the renovation of his house. Upon entering, he found a long tunnel leading to an ancient underground city with 8 levels. This turned out to be Derinkuyu, one of the deepest known underground settlements. The deepest level of the city reaches approximately 85 meters underground. Within its tunnels were spaces for living, shops, food storage, stables, and more, along with a ventilation system to sustain life. It is estimated that Derinkuyu could house up to 20,000 people, offering protection from enemy raids. The exact date of its foundation remains debated, though the Ministry of Culture in Turkey attributes its construction to the Phrygian tribes in the 8th or 7th centuries BCE. Speaking of hidden marvels, our next discovery takes us underwater to a place sacred to an ancient civilization. What treasures could it hold? Before exploring, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, just hit the notification bell and hit that subscribe button. It helps this channel so much, and if you do that, I will do everything I can to make this show even better for you. Deal? Number 11. Sac Actun Cave. Mexican researchers uncovered numerous Mayan artifacts near the Yucatan Peninsula in Central America's Sac Actun, the largest underwater cave in Mexico. These invaluable finds, some dating back 10,000 years, included human and animal remains such as ancient sloths, bears, and gomphotheres, species predating the Ice Age. Scientists believe the cave acted as a natural trap, ensnaring animals and humans alike. In addition to bones, the cave revealed fragments of ceramic dishes, wall engravings, and religious objects linked to Mayan culture. Sac Actun connects to the Dos Ojos cave, forming a network over 350 kilometers long. Researchers suspect it may be linked to 3 other underwater caves, complicating exploration. Modern technology enables artifact study in situ, minimizing damage. Currently, scientists prioritize studying the cave's biodiversity, leveraging its low oxygen waters for precise age analysis. This research offers insights into Mayan culture, earning Sac Actun the title Mother of all cenotes. The Maya viewed such caves as sacred gateways to the afterlife. If the underwater caves of Sac Actun hold the keys to the afterlife for the Maya, what could an enormous, perfectly round stone in Bosnia reveal about a civilization 15,000 years old? The next discovery may leave you questioning everything we know about ancient cultures. Number 10. Stone sphere in Bosnia. In a forest near Zavidovici, Bosnia, a large stone sphere measuring about 1.5 meters in diameter and weighing approximately 30 tons was discovered by archaeologist Samir Osmanagic. He suggests the sphere could be an ancient artifact from a civilization that might have lived in Bosnia over 15,000 years ago. Supporting this idea are its high iron content, near-perfect round shape, and proximity to Vidostern mountain, which Osmanagic believes to be a pyramid resembling those of the Mayans. He hopes this sphere might lead to further discoveries, such as other pyramids and ancient artifacts. This sphere is not unique. Smaller stone spheres have also been found in Maglaja and around Zavidovici. Some locals associate the spheres with positive health effects, though these claims are unverified. Scientists propose that the spheres may be natural iron concretions formed as sediment layers compact and shape evenly over time. Both the artifact hypothesis and the natural formation theory remain unproven. While the origin of the stone sphere remains unclear, the next discovery rewrites the story of early human innovation, pushing back the timeline of advanced tools by hundreds of thousands of years. Number 9. Ancient tools in India. According to another version, the city was founded by the Indo-European Hittite people between 1900 and 1200 BC. In 2018, Indian scientists made a remarkable discovery that altered anthropologists' understanding of ancient human technologies. They found tools that suggested hominids living in the territory of modern India were using advanced techniques much earlier than previously believed. Earlier theories estimated that primitive tools were abandoned in this region around 140,000 years ago. However, the newly discovered tools were dated to over 385,000 years ago. These tools, including flakes, scrapers, and knives, were crafted using the Levallois technique. This method involved shaping lighter, high-quality tools from a pre-selected blank, from which pieces were chipped off to create rounded or pointed flakes. These could be used as tools immediately or with minimal finishing. The tools found in India are now considered the oldest examples of the Lavalas technique. Previously, the oldest such tools were believed to be from Morocco, at the Jebel Arhoud site, dated to 300,000 years ago. As astonishing as ancient tools are, some events in modern history leave us just as mystified. A massive explosion in Nigeria still has experts debating its cause. Number 8. The Akure explosion incident in Nigeria. On the night of March 28, 2020, residents of Akure, a large Nigerian city, were startled by a significant explosion near residential buildings. Over 100 houses were damaged, and rescuers discovered a large crater measuring 21 meters in diameter and over 7.5 meters deep. The exact cause of the explosion remains unknown. Local officials stated the crater was caused by a truck carrying explosives en route to a neighboring region, but no traces of such materials or equipment were found. Many questioned this explanation, as a truck explosion seemed unlikely to create such a massive crater. Another theory suggested the explosion might have resulted from a meteorite impact. Experts noted that a large meteorite, traveling at over 85,000 kilometers per hour, could have struck Earth at a 43-degree angle. NASA had predicted meteorite activity in March-April 2020, and asteroids 2012 XA and 2020 FJ4 had passed close to Earth on March 26. Despite its significance, this incident received little attention in the media. Don't let these secrets of history stay buried. Subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another deep dive into the unknown. Speaking of explosive mysteries, our next story takes us to a swampy jungle where a ghostly relic from World War II lay hidden for decades. Number 7. The Swamp Ghost B-17 bomber in Papua New Guinea. In 1972, during helicopter exercises, Australian Royal Air Force employees discovered a plane in the Agiambo swamp of Papua New Guinea. The aircraft turned out to be a B-17 Flying Fortress, an American heavy four-engine bomber produced between 1936 and 1945. These planes were used by the U.S. Air Force and the Royal Air Force of Great Britain for daytime strategic bombing during World War II. The B-17, nicknamed Swamp Ghost, had been there since 1942 when its captain, Frederick "Fred" Eaton Jr., made an emergency landing after an enemy attack. All 9 crew members survived, and a local villager found them a month later, helping them return home. Despite years in the jungle, the plane remained remarkably intact with minimal corrosion. Today, it is displayed at the Pacific Aviation Museum in Pearl Harbor. This nickname came from its near invisibility in tall grass during rainy seasons. From a ghostly bomber to an army frozen in time, our next discovery reveals an ancient wonder that has stood for thousands of years in China. Number 6. Terracotta Army in China. The Terracotta Army, discovered in 1974 by a Chinese farmer near Mount Lacan, is often called the 8th wonder of the world. This monumental creation includes over 8,000 clay soldiers, archers, and chariots, all crafted in full size and equipped with battle gear. Each statue is uniquely handmade and kiln-fired. The human sculptures weigh about 150 kilograms, while the horses exceed 300 kilograms. The bronze chariots, decorated with silver and gold, consist of more than 300 parts. Arranged like an actual army, the warriors face east, reflecting the direction of frequent enemy attacks. The formation begins with infantry, followed by cavalry, archers, officers, and commanders. In addition to the warriors, statues of high-ranking figures, birds, and animals were found. This extraordinary project was initiated by Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of the Qing dynasty, who began building his tomb at age 13. Designed to accompany him in the afterlife, the undertaking involved over 700,000 workers and lasted 38 years. As breathtaking as the Terracotta Army is, the treasure uncovered in Namibia's desert may rival it in value and historical significance. Number 5. Portuguese shipwreck in Namibia. Miners from De Beers discovered a well-preserved ship while draining a lake in Namibia's desert. The ship was identified as the Portuguese Bom Jesus, which wrecked in 1533 while en route to India. A severe storm and an overloaded hold caused the ship to be thrown ashore. Experts estimate about 300 people, including wealthy passengers and servants, were aboard. The wreck yielded remarkable treasures: over 22 tons of copper ingots, thousands of gold coins, and historical artifacts, including more than 50 elephant tusks. The total value of these findings is estimated at over $13 million. This region, known as the Skeleton Coast, is infamous for thick fogs, storms, and the cold Benguela Current, making navigation perilous. Survivors faced the unforgiving, drought-stricken desert stretching 1,900 kilometers along Africa's west coast, where survival was nearly impossible. While the Namibian shipwreck offers treasures of the sea, the Viking burial ship in Norway takes us back to an era of legendary explorers and their secrets. Number 4. Viking ship burial in Norway. An intriguing discovery was recently made in southern Norway, near the city of Halden. Archaeologists using advanced ground-penetrating radar identified a 17-meter-long object beneath the soil that appeared to have the shape of a ship. Upon further examination, researchers confirmed the presence of a ship buried over 1,000 years ago beneath farmland. Experts from the Norwegian Institute for Cultural Heritage Research suggest the ship was part of a burial for a prominent Viking individual. However, it is yet to be determined if human remains or artifacts are preserved within the vessel. The team now plans to excavate the site, with hopes that their findings will provide new insights into Viking burial practices. What's your take on the discovery beneath the lake? Was it a terrifying secret of nature or something even more mysterious? Share your theories in the comments below. We'd love to hear them. If a buried Viking ship wasn't surprising enough, our next discovery highlights the persistence of history in the most unexpected places, including a serene Swedish lake. Number 3. Viking sword in Lake Vidostern. During a period of severe drought at Lake Vidostern in Sweden, a resident named Andy Vanitsek was setting up buoys near his home to alert boats about the low water levels. His 8-year-old daughter, Saga, was assisting him. By chance, the young girl noticed an object that resembled a sword hilt at the lake's bottom. Upon retrieving it, she realized it was indeed a sword. Together with her father, they handed the artifact over to specialists at the Jönköping Museum for study. It was determined that the sword dates back approximately 1,500 years and is believed to be of Viking origin. Despite its age, the sword was remarkably well preserved. Experts are now restoring the artifact, and it is expected to be displayed as a museum exhibit shortly. Following this remarkable discovery, researchers began examining the surrounding area of the lake bed. Their efforts led to the discovery of a brooch, which was also dated to the same period as the sword. However, the circumstances surrounding how these artifacts ended up in the lake remain unclear. While the Viking sword revealed a slice of history, the Paris Catacombs unearthed an overwhelming past that continues to draw millions into its haunting depths. Number 2. Paris Catacombs. Paris, often called the most romantic city in the world, has a fascinating historical side hidden beneath its surface, the catacombs. This underground network spans about 11,000 square meters and holds the carefully relocated remains of more than 6 million individuals, far exceeding the city's current population of around 2.2 million. The catacombs were formed from quarries excavated during the city's early development. As Paris expanded, these tunnels grew, creating structural challenges for the buildings above. By the late 18th century, some older burial grounds were decommissioned, prompting authorities to relocate remains to the underground tunnels to ensure safety and sanitation. To address these challenges, Paris officials transformed the tunnels into an organized historical site. Several cemeteries were closed, and the remains were respectfully moved and preserved below ground. Today, a small section of this network, about 1.5 kilometers long, is open to visitors, offering a unique 45-minute tour experience, The catacombs hold countless stories. But our final discovery combines spirituality and mystery in a way unlike anything you've ever seen. Number 1. The mummified monk inside a Buddha statue. In the early 1990s, a Buddha statue the size of a seated person was sent for restoration to a museum in China. During the restoration process, human remains were discovered inside the statue. Scientific research revealed that the remains were of a person approximately 1,000 years old. Experts believe they belong to a Buddhist monk named Lu Quan, who is thought to have practiced the tradition of self-mummification. This ritual, historically observed by some Buddhist monks, involved renouncing all worldly goods and following an austere lifestyle. Lu Quan reportedly spent most of his time in a meditative lotus position and adhered to a unique diet until his death. According to scientists, this diet excluded cereals and instead consisted of nuts, berries, pine needles, bark, and tree resin. Over time, the strict diet reduced fat and moisture in the body, and some of the substances consumed may have slowed decomposition. While self-mummification was a known practice among certain Buddhist monks, Lu Quan's remains were notably the first discovered within a statue. These discoveries remind us of how much remains hidden beneath the surface of our world. But which of these stories fascinated you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you found today's video interesting, don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Your support is very important to us. Be sure to check out the next video appearing on your screen. You're sure to love the content we bring. Please leave a comment about which country you'd like us to explore next. Thank you for watching and see you in the latest video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.